things are not good. A new Call of Duty update just shipped today, and not only did it break the game yet again, but the update we were all hoping to see in possibly the anti-cheat, possibly server issues, and maybe even a little bit of gun balancing, well, it did not come. But there is a potential ray of hope in the future. So I'm gonna cover everything that happened today, from the bad, the even more bad, and possibly even a little bit of hopium. So before I get too far ahead of myself, here's what happened. If you've been living under a rock, Call of Duty, or more specifically Warzone, has been in a horrible state for the last couple months. There's been a lot of issues with gameplay mechanics, server issues, and a whole pile of other things. And in every corner of the internet, whether it be Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, you'll find people frustrated with the current state of the game. But most of their frustrations stem from game-breaking issues, like hackers and unstable servers. For months now, we've been asking for some sort of communication from the devs, hoping that things might improve just a little bit. Well, today was supposed to be that day. Today, Monday, January 13th, was supposed to be the start of things changing. Raven Software, right before the holidays, made this tweet pretty much going over everything that was wrong with the game and the changes they were going to be implementing. And at the very end of this long message, they said this: "Many of these improvements will ship shortly after the holidays. In the meantime, we wish you all a joyful holiday season." So then Charlie Intel tweeted out today in quotes, "Many of these improvements will ship shortly after the holidays." When is that? Season 2 now? With the devs being back from the holidays and this being one of the first updates back, we expected some pretty big changes. So today, Call of Duty released this update, players downloaded the update, launched COD HQ, and joined and waited to see what was new. And I mean, really waited.
Stuck right here, so I don't know if this is just not going to work or... Man, the amount of time I just sit in a lobby trying to play this video game is just insane, man. My chat's saying the game's broken. So.
Wait, I can't even find a Rebirth game.
Wait, bro, my whole bottom left where it says I'm queuing doesn't even exist anymore.
Wait, are we chalk chat?
Kind of sad to see no one is really playing this game anymore. We're all trying to play, we just can't because they broke it again.
If you're one of the few people that downloaded the update right when it came out and were hoping to play the game, well, good luck. Charlie Intel reported that players were struggling to join games shortly after the update. And sure enough, the matchmaking system was completely busted. After an hour or so, a playlist update launched and players were finally able to slowly get into games. And from where I'm sitting, an hour delay isn't too bad as long as this update was meaningful and fixed a lot of the changes that we've been struggling with. Well, patch notes were released and here is what changed. Fixed an issue where loading screens were causing instances of freezing or crashing. Now, I do think that this one was a big one because quite literally since last Thursday, you couldn't even join any single game. This was quite literally stopping people from playing the game. This change was actually a good change. Fixed an issue with bullet trajectory on the AMR mod 4. Fixed an issue in Resurgence where a player dying out of bounds would lose functionality of their field upgrades and kill streaks. Fixed an issue where models weren't visible for ammo boxes, self-revives, and throwing knives. And then fixed an issue where players could not have a death icon when dying to red light, green light. Yep, that's it. 5 bulletin points of improvements of the update that went out today. While there could be hidden changes that are not disclosed to the public, this kind of speaks volumes. And seeing that there wasn't really anything drastically changed, I do feel like this weighs heavy on a lot of players. Now, I'm not too sure if this was due to high expectations because of the tweet that they put out, but a lot of us, myself included, were expecting some pretty big drastic changes. And when this didn't come, a lot of people are incredibly frustrated.
Well, to the shock of no one, today's update to Black Ops 6 and Warzone, instead of fixing the game, it appears to have broken the game even worse. As of right now, you see that I just searched for every single playlist possible within Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and it wasn't finding a match. I've been doing this for about 20 minutes now. This is the first time the searching for a match popped up at the top. Matchmaking is just completely broken at the moment. So
Fix an issue where models weren't visible for ammo boxes, self-revives, or throwing knives. Fix an issue where players would not have a death icon when dying to red light, green light. Let me read that one again. Fix an issue where players would not have a death icon when dying to red light, green light.
YouTube creator Westy responded by saying this: "If people really want things fixed and fixed properly, they gotta start voting with their feet and wallets. Stop playing the game, stop giving them money. They're taking players and revenue completely for granted." Modern Warzone also said this: "I highly encourage you to stop playing Call of Duty and go play other games until they get their shit together." And you know Doug is serious when this man literally pinned this to his profile. And not only that, there was even more issues introduced with this new update, with buy stations somehow not working and even players being able to get underneath the map.
I think there's a guy down low. Guy down. He's under the map. Under the map. Under the map. No, he's under the map.
Under the map.
Look at him, bro. Look at his thing. I can't buy anything. I can't do nothing, bro. And this mother map. Oh my god, I'm gonna tweet, bro.
And honestly, I think a lot of this comes down to just not having any communication from the dev team. And sure, they do have a Call of Duty Updates Twitter that does give us updates from time to time, but it all seems very PR trained and doesn't feel like it's actually somebody that understands, hey, the game is messed up, we're sorry, we're doing our best to fix it. From the tweets a month ago, feeling like we were getting gaslit into having bad bullet reg. Even now, just no communication. Everyone's just pissed.
But I am going to be taking a pretty good break from Warzone. I'm not going to be finishing out the rest of this season of Ranked. The only time I might play Warzone right now is if I have a sponsor, because obviously, like, I'm contractually obligated to, you know, do my best to bring viewers or whatever. Like, the game is in one of the worst states it's ever been. I don't feel like promoting the game anymore. I don't feel like the players have been treated fairly. Call of Duty has had no communication about any of this. Like, they have not said one thing about the state of the game, the bugs, the hackers. Like, they did say they did a ban wave once, but it literally didn't do anything. Like, it was straight cap. This whole integration just feels like filler. Like, it feels like they're just trying to get the time by until Verdansk comes out. That's kind of how it feels, and it feels like they're not saying anything more than that. They're not telling us, like, hey, we're gonna work on this going forward. Like, we know it's been bad recently. You know, we're looking to make improvements here, here, and here. Like, I have not heard that from them. Besides, Ricochet, right? They said Ricochet was supposed to get an update in season 2 or 3. Like, that could just be fucking cap. I don't think anyone at this point believes them.
There are glaring issues with the game at the moment. Things that not only make it hard to play, but damn near impossible to play. Like, even if you wanted to hop into a game, sometimes you can't. And it almost feels like Activision is hoping that we don't notice it. Some of these problems are probably tougher to handle than we give them credit for. But I don't understand why there isn't some public-facing figure or some type of forum that tells us, hey, this is a lot harder to handle than you guys think, here is why. I understand that they're a billion-dollar company and they don't know us anything, but as somebody that has played this game since Call of Duty 4, the OG, seeing something like this, I think would go a long, long way. And I know a lot of people, probably even some of you guys watching, feel the same way. There are other games and even smaller studios that make a noticeable effort to try and communicate and give effort into updating their communities. Now, with all that being said, there is a small glimmer of hope. Yes, it is small, but hope is hope. Leakers have now confirmed that Verdansk is coming back with Season 3. And while we've known for a while now that Verdansk is coming back, we now have a noticeable time frame of when that return is coming. We are currently in Season 1 Reloaded at the time of filming this video, which means we have about a season and a half of changes and updates that will come before Verdansk. It is solely up to Activision that this game is in a decent spot by the time Verdansk releases. Because if Fortnite was any indication, Verdansk will bring back a lot of people. But the big question is whether they keep them. That right there is the most important thing. I have homies who haven't played the game since Verdansk, and they all said, I'm gonna start playing when Verdansk comes back. But I assure you, if all of these changes are not fixed by the time that drops, all of our homies, all of our IRLs, and a lot of content creators will leave this game. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you that Verdansk is gonna save everything, because I genuinely just don't know. Time and time again, we're given hope and let down. And quite frankly, I'm done trusting what they say, and I wanna see actions.